What's going on, everybody? Chris from Out West with Chris. As you guys know, I fished the Shasta Hobie Bass tournament. Used to be known as the Shasta Bass Kayak Classic. The past 2 years it was anyways. Fished that last weekend. And, you know, I had some thoughts on it that I wanted to share with you guys. But I also thought it would be cool to show some of the cool things about the awards ceremony. This is a really well-ran event. It's kind of sponsored by Headwaters Kayak out of Redding. And there's a couple guys up there that do a great job putting it on. One of them is Brian Rusk, and he's the tournament director. And I don't know if Brian Anonson, who's the manager up in Redding at that Headwaters store, I don't know if he's a co-director or a director. I'm not sure, but the two of them work really hard to put that event on. And they had some support from Hobie, but those two did most of the work. As you guys know, there were 64 anglers. We all fished in some pretty gnarly conditions. There's been some videos out of some other people fishing on Saturday and Sunday. I'm really looking forward to seeing Greg Blanchard's video as well. One thing that they do typically every year is a fairly large like raffle, and it's based on your card, your identifier. And there were quite a few things given away. They give away a Hobie 180 drive. I think that's what they're called, a Mirage drive. They gave away a fish finder. They gave away a ton of baits, shirts, hats, you know, stuff like that. In the past, they've had, you know, the giveaways were a little bit better, in my opinion. But I understand why they're doing it the way they are this year. So let's go ahead and take a look at the awards ceremony. And afterwards, I'll give some thoughts on the event as a whole.
Fish popped up, and we could see it. And there wasn't any real giant fish caught, but because there were so many fish caught, it was just moving all the time. We had to have help judging. Somebody from Texas actually helped us judge. So many fish were coming in. So, okay, for the Mirage Drive, number 7. Identifier number 7. So close. Hang
I just won a raffle prize.
Let's start with 7th place. With 158 inches, Vinny Dow. Yeah! 59.75, Lawrence Sim. Oh, yeah! All the pictures got beer in it. Next, 5th place wins $905 with 160.25 inches. The man from Wyoming, Jeremy Thomas. So, just so you guys know, or read this off, but Lawrence was 159.75, Jeremy was 160.25, so that's half inch, right? And 4th place wins $1,065, and he's only 0.75 inches more at 161. Deng Zhong. Is $1,225, $1,225. With 163.25, Tim Arthur. Yeah!
It's a big check.
How many fish did I say we caught? 925. I'm just going to have to do it. I'm going to have Conger and Greg Blanchard come out.
Oh.
After 925 fish, they tied.
Whoa.
I looked for a quarter inch and I couldn't find it. Right? 925 fish. These guys fished and fished and fished and fished, and they did a ton of fish, and they ended up tied. Yep. 165.25 inches. 165.25 inches. And I didn't know else how to do it, but I'm just gonna, it's the 1 day total, right? Is the first tiebreaker. So I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what Greg had. 15.75, 16.0, 16.25, 17.75, 18.75. Today's bag was 87.75, so Greg won the championship. We're going to take pictures. Second place gets $2,025. First place gets $3,625.
So that event, as you guys know, 2-day event. If you haven't seen those videos yet, make sure you go watch them. I had a really good time fishing those events. I also had a really good time hanging out with some awesome people. I mentioned it in one of the videos, but like Bam from Guru Rods. And if you don't know of Guru Rods, check them out. Little Guru Rod action. Anyways, I had a great time talking with Bam. I also had a good time just hanging out with everybody in the Dark Horse crew, and just a lot of different people. I met so many different people, and it was really nice. I heard several times, I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, but I heard several times people say, I got into kayak fishing because of your videos, and stuff like that just really makes me feel like, hey, I'm doing something right. And really, like, that interaction, those interactions, like meeting new people, that type of thing is what makes tournament fishing appealing to me. All in all, it doesn't really appeal to me. I'm not that super competitive. I really am not. And I know, like, I'm not that good of a fisherman. I mean, I'm not horrible by any means, but there were some major sticks there. I mean, you had some really good fishermen at that event. Now, me personally, I didn't finish super high. I think I was in 42nd place at the end of the first day, and I think I finished overall somewhere around 32nd. So I did move up a little bit. Super stoked. I won that Hobie H Crate Junior. I still haven't putting it together. I'm a milk crate guy. I am not super fancy. I might be in a pedal kayak now for some of my trips, but I am totally a milk crate guy. So it's kind of nice having that. I'm going to rig it up and get it set up to where it suits me. But you'll be seeing me with my milk crate still, and you'll be seeing me with paddles still. Really dramatic ending to that tournament, as you guys saw. And congratulations to all the winners, to everybody who took home money. And some of the payouts at this Hobie tournament were insane. So some of the biggest payouts I've seen in a kayak fishing tournament regionally anyways. So yeah, think about going next year. I'm sure I'll probably be back up there next year. Yeah, it's a great event. So keep your eyes peeled, and maybe they'll do more of these in the area. So, all right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting out west with Chris.